Hi guys, Scott McPharlin here from Again Real Estate, and I just wanted to give you this quick update on the current situation with real estate here in Adelaide. Obviously, the world has thrown some challenges at us in the last 3 or 4 weeks. It certainly has been some testing times, but I'm absolutely astounded how well the community has banded together and is dealing with this. It's been amazing to see the support and all the great ideas that are coming out at the moment on how we can all get through this as a team. It's absolutely so refreshing and makes me proud to be an Aussie, really. Some of the things we're experiencing at the moment, obviously, open inspections for us is a thing of the past. So we're doing all of our appointments by private inspection now. You can ring us at any time, get through any home, so that we can actually assist you in your purchase, because there's a lot of people I know out there that are still needing to purchase, people that have sold their homes, that are settling soon, and all of that sort of stuff. So it is very necessary that we continue on as best we can in this environment, and we're here to help you through all of that. Some of the challenges we're getting from people and some of the questions I've been asked is, I've got a tenanted property and I really want to sell it now. That is one of the biggest ones that we're having a challenge with, because obviously taking people through someone else's house is a little bit challenging. So we're working through that at the moment, and we do have some strategies in place. So if that is your current situation and you are looking to do that, then by all means give us a call at any time and we can talk you through how that would look. Obviously, one of the other big things that people are asking at the moment is how this is going to affect the market and prices. And obviously it is very early days, as we can see, but there's a few ways that this scenario, from my point of view, could actually pan out. If this is a very quick 3 to 6 month sort of deal, I believe what the government set up is definitely going to help us get through this very quickly, and hopefully on the other side of this, everyone will still have a job, and therefore the market should be able to recover very quickly. The concern for me is, like we had in the GFC, like we had in mining boom and busts, quite often the predicted time that these things take is a little bit longer than expected. Now, if that's the case, that's when I see that the long-term effects could take a little bit longer, and obviously prices then would suffer a bit. The biggest part of that is people want to know what decision to make now, and obviously that is a little bit hard to predict at this particular stage. But if we take past events into consideration, it is definitely worthwhile getting your information as early as possible so you can make an educated decision. If someone says it's going to take 6 months, I'd probably factor in it's probably going to be more like 12 or 18, because if you can hold for 12 or 18, then you're more than likely going to be able to get out of this on the other side and still get a great price for your property. If you can't afford to wait that time, then it's definitely critical that you have a good chat to your finance or your bank person, your broker, to get some advice on what strategies you can use, whether you can defer your payments or put your mortgage on hold or any of those sorts of things that could help you get through this tight period. And the earlier you act on that, the better off you'll be in the long run. The other big one that I'm getting asked a lot is, despite this environment, I still want to sell. What's the best way to go about it? So that really depends on each person's individual situation. It really depends on if it's an investment property, primary place of residence, whether it's vacant, whether it's lived in. There's a lot of factors that will actually play into it, but the key once again is to get early advice. Once we know the full situation, then we can definitely work out what the best way to go about it for you in each of the situations actually is. And the key is to speak to us as quickly as you can, because the earlier we can get onto that, the better off you'll be. So the last couple of things I wanted to share on a more positive note are some little tricks that I've heard people talk about to help us all get through this and get out on the other side as quickly as possible. One of the things that I'm really passionate about is supporting your local businesses. Obviously, a lot of the cafes and restaurants and those sorts of places are doing it really tough. So if you're going to eat out, make sure you support your local cafes, your local restaurants, order a takeaway meal, grab your coffee from there. It's going to be really important in making sure those businesses stay open so they're around when we get through this on the other side, and can then employ more South Australians and get us through this even quicker on the other side. The other thing that I heard about, which I really, really love, is a real community trick, is to get a Facebook Messenger group amongst your street, so that any of the older or more vulnerable people have access to people that can drop down the shops and grab them a bit of toilet paper or a bit of toothpaste, or put the bins out or do all that sort of thing without obviously putting themselves at risk. And I think that's a really, really good way of being able to communicate with people in your street, in your local area, keep their hopes up, share something positive, just be a bit of a chat there so that they can, vent or, have a bit of a question asked or whatever the case may be. I think it's a really good initiative that I've heard from a couple of people so far. And they're really positive things that I really love hearing about. in this environment when, you know, there's a lot of things that we could be a little bit worried about. Anyway, great to have a chat. Hope the information was useful. My name's Scott McPharlin. If I can help in any way, by all means, give us a call.